right set of beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I hope you are a friend. Hit the like button. Good morning. Sorry, I'm a little late or whatever the case may be. But I'm here. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Seven. Hey, T. Hey, Ada. What's going on? Spill Tea with D. Kiki the Diamond. Tatiana. Oh, I'm sorry, Tatiana. Is it Tatiana? No, Titania. I'm sorry. I don't think I always butcher your name. I'm sorry. Erica, God's anointed daughter. Mignon, Real China Doll. Hey, boo. Tanae, Gwen. What's up? Who else on here? What's going on? True, Pinky. What's going on? DT. What's up? Keisha. Who else on here I missed? Mad 220, Dion. Spill Tea with D. I think I said that. Keisha, Gianna, Marilyn, Spirit. G Boy Divine, what's up, boo? Sonya, what's up? Bald Nubian, Miss Essen, so unbothered. What's going on? Meek with the brown eyes. Sandy Quanda, I said 7. What's up, boo? Bubbles, Simone, yay. Step in the city. Lethel, yay. What's going on? What's up, y'all? What's going on, T Marie? B Monique, Darielle, Doreen. Renee, Spirit Goddess, Cam Official, Abundance and Clarity, 99 JK, B, Billy, what's up? She knows Sharon, so unbothered. What's going on, y'all? Look, hey, ya pa. What's going on? Look, let me say something. Hey, Island gal. Oh, yes. I'm gonna get my little Jamaican accent one day. One day I'm gonna get it. Incognito, I like that. What's going on, boo? Hey, Miss Parker, Ashley. Yo, who birthday? Doreen, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Doreen. Happy birthday. It's another Pisces birthday. Happy birthday. What's going on? Fifi, what's up? Hey, Devin. What's up? Happy birthday, Doreen. Wasn't it, Pinky? I did my little 1, 2, yin, or whatever the case may be. But I be trying. Hey, Arthur Empress. Shout out to all my beautiful minds. Carolyn, what's up? Denisha, what's up, y'all? I did my little 1, 2, yin yesterday. They had a lot of people in the chats, and I figure, when you talk about certain topics, a lot of people pull up because people be wanting to hear about it. I got a lot of positive feedback regardless of the trolls that was in the comments. A lot of people feel like, I finally said something most people don't want to say. And at the end of the day, like, I pride myself on having them uncomfortable conversations because we have to. And if we don't have them uncomfortable conversations, then stuff goes undone. Yeah, Darielle. All right. Yay. Week shouts out. Yay. Hey, I got a shout out on my first live. It's about to be a terrific Tuesday, even though it's raining. Let's Joce. Girl, don't let the rain stop your fat. You on here at the girl. Look, don't worry about it. The rain ain't gonna stop nothing. Well, how the song go? You can't stop the rain when it starts to fall. Girl, that's how we roll around here at the dollhouse, girl. Yes. Hey, Miss Bev. They were the ones not liking the video, just there looking and hating. You know how they go. The fact, to be honest, y'all, the fact that this girl has unmasked a following, but it shouldn't be surprising because we all know women in real life like Chrisean. Hey, Slim Thick, what's going on, Christine? With your dolls on them? Oh, that sounds good too. East Texas in the house. All right. Listen, let me tell you what I realized. When you talk about certain topics, you get everybody because everybody want to see what you have to say. And when it comes to this little girl, like I said, and sometimes it surprises me that she has the following that she has, but then it doesn't. What surprises me, and it shouldn't, is the age group of this following. No cap. I think the older women, I really think the older women are more obsessed with this little girl than anything. Hey, Jenny, what's going on? Notes of Organic, Bikini Bottom, what's up? Diamond, what's up? T Pretty. I think the older women are more cult like with this girl than anybody, and it's sick. The onesie twosies of the males who do it. Hey, Dion, that's weird as hell too. Hey, Angela. Exactly. There goes. She knows. The older women is why we got Chrisean. I think they live vicariously through her. I think they think back to their heyday. Most of them didn't look like Chrisean, because regardless of what I say about the girl, she's a very beautiful girl. I have to give her that. Hey, Fruity Pebbles, Tracy's Take, Shantae, what's up? TD. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm bothered. Like, they live vicariously through her because I think it reminds them of their heyday. And maybe, just maybe, you know, maybe they see, maybe they wish, how do I say this? I'll give y'all an example, right? Y'all know we it's a lot of black women on here. Y'all know sometimes we can have elder parents. Hey Simone, pulling up from Facebook. Sometimes we can have parents who have jealousy issues with their children. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Um, and they jealous not because some of them really don't like their kids, like their daughters. Let's go there. Some parents, some mothers, black mothers, don't like their daughters for many reasons, right? And it could be from their own past trauma. It could be them jealous of their daughter. It could be a multitude of things, you know. Hey Leah, Lee, what's up? It could be a multitude of things. I think that there's women who don't like their daughters, and then there's women who have the opposite effect. You see what I'm saying? And these women, in my opinion, are having the opposite effect. I guarantee you, these women don't care about their own daughters like this. I promise you. If I were to pull all the 55 plus or 50 plus year old Christianimals in a pool and go get their daughters, I will put my neck on the chopping board. Most of their daughters don't like them, and they don't like most of their daughters. You know what I mean? Ain't it right, Michelle, Rochelle? Oh yes, they had 70s and yes, plenty Christians. And I think with this fan base, with them older women, because in my mind, you would think, and I get it, common sense ain't so common, but you would think that it would be a situation like, I've been through this, so you don't have to. So, for instance, hey girl, when I was in my 20s, I know how that feels. I sympathize with you. I empathize with you running behind this nigga. I did the same thing. But look, that ain't a good look for you, fat. Why don't you do X, Y, and Z to get a better result? Because I know how I feel. It's horrible. That's what you would think. It's sad because me and my mama have always been best friends, and I really wish more people had better relationship with their parents. Girl, let me tell you something. I'm so happy, Keisha, you got a good relationship with your mama. But black girls and black women, a lot of times don't have good relationships with their mamas. I'm about to do a poll. And I don't mean, let me not say good relationship. A lot of black daughters are not close with their black mothers. Not everybody, but there are a lot of black daughters who are not close with their mothers. I want to do a poll, and I need to ask this question correctly because I don't want it to get misconstrued. I'm not saying you beefing with your mama. I'm not saying you have animosity to nothing like that. But put a one in the chat if you and your mother, if you're a black woman on here, if you and your mother have a very close relationship. Put a two in the chat if you don't. Again, it don't have to be no beef. You could talk to your mama, be cool with your mama. You could, have dealings with your mama, go back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying put a one in the chat if you have a very close relationship with your mama, and put a two in the chat if you don't. I'm just trying to see something. We got a lot of ones. And we got some twos too. Had. Oh, sorry for your loss, Felicia. Good morning, Kat. Two live with my grandmother for life. It looked like it's leaning to more toward the ones, but they got a lot of twos. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got another question. I got another question. Hey, Tanya. I'm so sorry to hear that, T Pretty. I have another question because it's giving maybe half and half, but it's also giving like more toward the ones. It's like half and half. She knows. That's what it looks like. Let me ask y'all a question. There's another question. Put a 3 in the chat if your mother told you she loved you often. Put a 4 in the chat if she didn't. Now, I'm not saying she never said it. Put a 3 in the chat if your mother told you she loved you often. For the ones who's close with their mama, or just period. Put a 4 in the chat if she didn't. 3.5. I'm just looking at the chat, y'all. If I'm being quiet, I'm sorry. Yes, for those who lost their mothers, I'm so sorry for your loss. Wasn't around majority of the time. 333. Oh, girls giving us nature boy. I didn't. I'm an 80s baby. I'm an 80s baby too. Mm-hmm. 3 now. Growing up 4. You know what? That's what I should have said. That's what I should have said growing up, because this makes sense. This makes sense. Let me tell you something I found, and it could be just my experience, because I see a lot of people saying the same thing. What I have up here, 3 now, 4 growing up. That's why I should have said it. But let me say this. I found that the 80s, babies, the 80s girls, and I want to say early to mid 90s girls, our mothers are different. Does that make sense? Good morning, Jesse Belly. Our mothers were different. I don't know what the relationship before. Wait, well, I don't know what the relationship was with their mothers. Whatever that era of whatever our grandmothers did to our mothers or didn't do with our mothers, it materialized typically, not everybody, but typically in in us. So I mean, like the mom was born in the 60s. You know what I mean? The mama born in the 60s. Them 80s babies, them 80s girls, y'all know what I'm talking about more than anything. That them 80s girls. I can't really say not them 80s girls. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. From 80 to 89. Yeah, that's who that is. Them boomer mamas. From 80s to 89, them mamas is different. Do you hear me? And it's not that they don't love us, but them mamas is different. It might be the 90s too, TD. But listen, them 80s, oh my God, them some different type of mamas. I don't know what was going on around there at the time. I have no idea what was happening in the eight. Well, you got to understand, crack came in the late 80s, early 90s. Really want to say it really boomed in the 90s. Crack boomed in the 90s, for real, for real. Crack wasn't around in the 80s. Mine was born in 76. Ooh, your mama young. Damn, Noble, how old you is? Your mama young. I'm adopted. I only saw my mother once a year. That sucks. Somebody said nah, crack came in the late 70s. I don't think so. Uh-uh. They were still snorting the cocaine because that was the 70s for sure. Because they were still and the 80s because they was doing that was during the disco era, huh? Yeah, they was still in the 70s. They was hippies and shit and taking the pills. And in the 80s, they was still snorting the pure cocaine. For sure. For sure. The crack didn't start booming really for real till the 90s. Early 90s facts. But it could have came out in the 80s. In the late 60s, crack. What? Y'all was smoking crack in the 60s? Ain't no way. I ain't never heard that. Not you, Sheila. I'm just saying, like the people. No. I don't know, y'all. Hippies was the 60s, 70s. I'm about to go Google. Let me go see. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? So when I'm reading, oh yes, baby. When I'm reading, is it was now we can't. All right, look. When I'm reading, it was saying that it was in LA in the 80s. They didn't say what time in the 80s. They said the 80s. They say it was in LA in the 80s. I believe because you remember if y'all ever watched Snowfall, remember Franklin played Freeway Ricky Ross. Remember he was the one started it in LA. He's playing Freeway Ricky Ross on Snowfall. It was in DC by 84. But let me say this though, y'all. Let me say this. Let me say this. How do I say? I don't think the majority of our mamas was on crack. Am I wrong? I think some of them was, but I don't think the majority of our mamas was on crack. Maybe I don't know. Was it? Y'all? If y'all look around and like calculate the people y'all know, y'all feel like the majority of y'all they mamas was on crack, or like 50-50, 60-40, like 60-40 crack way. I don't know. The reason I'm asking is I know a lot was. They really was. A lot was. I think it's bigger than the crack epidemic. I think it's bigger than the crack epidemic. I'm serious. I really believe it was something going on with their mamas in them. I believe it was something going on with their mamas in them. Not only that, I feel like the culture was completely different. I feel like, the culture was completely different. But I'm saying all that to say these women who over here obsessing over Chrisean, some of them were probably crackheads. But I don't think that's the root cause for them to be stupid like this. I think just like in any culture, but I can only speak about the black culture, I think they just was ancient bitches. I think they were just ancient bitches. Y'all think so? Because the behavior, you could watch them say stuff like, oh, we all did. No, the fuck we didn't. Listen, I can say a situation like this, right? Like for me to say, oh, we all been there getting cheated on. Yes, we've all been there. That's something collectively we can all, I ain't gonna say everybody, but that's something we can collectively sit down and say we've all cheated. Something else we can collectively say is we've forgiven a man for cheating before. That's something we can collectively say. I think, and when I say collectively, not all of us, but more than half of us, we've either cheated, been cheated on, or we've forgiven um a man for cheating. But for them to say that at 23 we had babies and had them sprawled out in a doggone carrier in Walmart, you's a motherfucking lie, bitch. I know 14, 15-year-old girls who done had churn and took care of their churn better than that. See, that's why I say it's a culture of unfit women who, like they see themselves in Chrisean, and I think some of them wish they looked like Chrisean. I think some of them wish they looked like her, and some of them wish they had the attention and the clout and the, you know what I mean, and the stuff like that. I think a lot of them wish that that was their life, and they live vicariously through her. Right, just making up every excuse under the sun. Really, B Billy. I know 12-year-olds, honestly, that did better, and that's kind of sad. They only did better because their parents, I guess, or some type of guidance. But you're right. Y'all, please like the video, please. We shot 100 and something likes. Please like the video. Y'all, I feel like, and maybe it's just me, correct me if I'm wrong. When you carry a baby, even if you neglectful during the pregnancy, once you get this baby, and I know every woman don't have motherly instinct, I know that. But for a collective of women, once you get this baby in your hand, shit change. Like something clicks, something, and I get it. Every mother don't have motherly instinct, and maybe that is Chrisean. Maybe she just don't have it. But oh, I like that. They defend her behavior because it makes them comfortable with their poor parenting skills. That's a fact. Right. She don't have not an ounce of motherly instinct. And maybe she don't have it, but that's a part of it too. She always high. She always high. Chrisean, even if she don't have the motherly instinct, let's throw the motherly instinct off the table. Hey, Shandy. Let's throw the motherly instinct off the table. She don't even have attention for this child. This, like, she was on live yesterday. I guess that was yesterday. The one I kept skipping through because I didn't want to hear that shit. Hey, speaking of, we going over that today on Patreon. Pull over. We gonna be on Patreon and we gonna discuss this shit in depth. Y'all pull up to Patreon tonight. We gonna go over that live and we gonna go over some other things and we gonna talk this shit in depth because see, everybody obviously ain't everybody can't be in on that type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do Patreon. We're gonna do Patreon. We're gonna do Patreon tonight. We're gonna do Patreon tonight. How she found out she wasn't going to jail when they already had a warrant for her arrest? I think she's still going. She said that she was waiting on Junior. We gonna do Patreon about we gonna do about 6 o'clock. We're gonna do Patreon about 6 o'clock. I'm gonna post it on the community tab. Y'all pull up over on Patreon. She is going to jail because they already have a warrant out for her, I think, T. I think they already have a warrant out for her for to do the 30 days. She said that yeah, she's a pathological liar. Do you hear me, honey? That is a lying ass bitch. Do you hear me? Listen, she said that she was waiting on Blue to help her. Now, how the fuck a ex-kind in prison gonna help you? That's what I'm saying. She got active warrants. She, girl, staying at home, girl. Staying at home, Empress. He is at home. He is at home, child. Listen, listen. She, even if they don't make her do the 30 days for the community service, them people want her head in where is it? Minnesota, Oklahoma, one of them places I feel like black people don't live, but apparently they do. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what a warrant out of. Them people want her head. She violated that probation. Chrisean didn't want that baby, so she's not going to give Junior attention, the attention Junior needed. You have young girls and grown women out here that don't have mother guidance but still take care. Right. That part, Carolyn. That part. That part. That man said, I went to HBCU in Oklahoma. I don't know. I guess because we so far at the bottom of the map. I be feeling like I be feeling like black people don't live in places like, this is about to be ignorant, y'all. So please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please, y'all. Please forgive me. I'm about to say some ignorant shit. And I know it's ignorant, but I got to say what I got to say. Um, because I live so far and I'm from so far at the bottom of the map, certain states, I be feeling like ain't a nigga in sight, like Idaho, Iowa, Oregon, Wisconsin, who else? Like I don't. It's ignorant. I know, but Pennsylvania, yes. But even though Philly in there, right? Even though Philly in there, I feel like Pennsylvania ain't no niggas there. Certain states just give me most populated by the clears. Oklahoma, that's another one. Maine, oh my God, Maine. So it ain't just me. Utah, Maine, y'all saying the same thing. You live in Oregon, girl. What part? What part? See, I didn't know that. Wisconsin, your best friend from now? Girl, Alaska, for real. Nebraska, Delaware. I'm not, so it's not just me. We all ignorant then. I take it. Then that means it's more than us. It's more than me. It's a bunch of ignorant people just like me. Girl, North Dakota, yay. Girl, Vermont. Let's talk. Let's talk. Vermont, Utah. And this was worse about Pennsylvania, Lola. This was worse about Pennsylvania. I know Philly is inside of Pennsylvania. But if somebody came to me and said Pennsylvania and don't mention Philly, I feel like ain't no niggas up there. I don't know why. I feel like ain't no niggas up there. If somebody said Pennsylvania and leave out the Philly part, ain't no niggas up there. Because I'm not gonna think about Philly when somebody said Pennsylvania. Vermont, yay. They sent your family where the clear people was. Girl, they said, girl, listen. First of all, thank God they didn't send us, girl. We had drove. We had drove. They didn't send us. New Hampshire, that's another one. New Mexico, Delaware, Washington. Yeah, it's certain states. I don't know. It's ignorant though. My bad. But I be feeling like that. Connecticut. Oh my God, that's the one. Connecticut. Yay. So, that's some more ignorant ass shit, but I had to say that part and get it off my chest. But, ultimately, y'all, like, this girl, like somebody said, Chrisean, that girl ain't never want that baby. And I think that's why she could go on live like she did yesterday. The people in the chat had to tell this, oh, go get your baby. Go get your baby. Oh, he not crying. He talking. What? What? I don't, And she spent the whole time speaking about Blue. Even the whole time I feel like if Blue in the room and Junior in the room, she'll pay more attention to Blue. Y'all hit the like button. You said that too, Jenny? Yes, you can tell she has no genuine bond with him. You know what? Where that thing at? It was too many intruders on the live last night. I love it. I love it. I was looking for, especially after my minds told me what that whole lady, little lady killer, whatever the heifer name. I don't know the heifer name. I was looking for her, and I was looking for oh boy. Cause see, let me say something. There's a lot of keyboard ass warriors that love coming up there trolling. That's what they do. But see, I like trolling the trolls. LaShonda, that she said. That's why I said she has an intellectual disability. Girl, what that mean? She can't think. Girl, but this is the person put on blast. Now I'm thinking about it. I was listening to the chat last night. She might be a plant. At first my theory was she's being used by the powers that be to, sway the masses. Because remember, Sexy Red and them already had the music category. Now they needed a social media presence. And at first I was like, she's so stupid and dumb. She don't even realize she's being used. I felt like she was being her authentically. And she's so stupid and dumb, she don't realize that she's being used as a pawn. But then when I looked at her practicing the cry, and then I thought, it took me to get off the live and think about this stuff, y'all. Peep this. When I looked at her practicing crying last night, and then I thought about us talking about how her and Tasiki's story was a little botched at first. Like it was a little weird. I was like, this bitch might be a plant. Now, don't get me wrong. She's still stupid. That's just what it is. She's very, very dumb. But I think she might really be a plant. I saw they stop messing with her. I saw they stop messing with her because she too much. Because she too much. What it was, DJ Hustle Man, LaShonda, and the other girl. How you can't connect when she high and drunk during pregnancy? She probably didn't feel or pay attention to him kicking. Probably thought she had the hiccups or something. That's what I'm saying. This girl thinks that BV mixed with a little she thought BV mixed with a yeast infection with a razzle dazzle of chlamydia. She thought that was cream. That's how I know she probably did think she was having no, not Braxton. That whole probably thought she was having she had the bubble guts when the baby was kicking. Hey Deborah, Zabora. She probably thought she had the bubble guts when the baby was kicking. She different like that. Intellectual disabilities is a disability that affects the acquisition of knowledge. So she can't gain knowledge, girl. They make anything up. Girl, science be saying anything at this point. Intellectual disability affects the acquisition of knowledge, so she can't learn. She went to college. She can learn. She went to college. She just chooses what she wants. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jessica, a mixture of BV and chlamydia with a little razzle that. No, it's a mixture of yeast in BV with a little razzle dazzle of a little media. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. With a little razzle dazzle on top. And the reason I say the media is the razzle dazzle on top is because the BV in the yeast has been going on so long. Like it's been treated for so long. The media is trying to get its way in there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why the media is the razzle dazzle on top. Now once she clear up either the BV or the media or the yeast, Then the chlamydia will be able to step in and really sink in. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it's just gonna be the little razzle dazzle on top. That's what it is. That's what it is. I remember this girl. I remember y'all remember that first baddie salt. Remember they had said that they found that Chrisean left her drawers on the floor, and they said she had stuff in her drawers. Remember that? I forgot about Trick. We got to add a little Trick in there too. Y'all remember that? Remember she beat up the girl in the sink because the girl who messed with Tammy little girl, Tammy daughter. The girl who messed with Tammy daughter. She washed the girl up in the sink because the girl was like, "You don't clean up behind yourself." But before that, the girls, all of them had said that they had found her drawers and they had, I thought they said that was them. Her too? Her too? She beat up Persuasion. That's her name. She beat up Persuasion because Persuasion was saying that she was trifling too. Right. Because Persuasion told the truth. There it go. They remember they were saying they don't want a room with Chrisean. They said because Chrisean, she be leaving her stuff everywhere. And then what you calling them said they had found stuff her drawers and her stuff was in her drawers. She been having this BV and that yeast problem since Bad as South. That's at least 2 years. You think the media got a way to get in there? Right. Didn't Wax say she couldn't keep up on the hygiene? The media got to get in where it fit in. She's been having that yeast and that BV since Bad as South. That's at least 2 years. Didn't he say she nasty? So when the media came along, the media is almost like trying to jump a barbed wire fence. You know what I'm saying? It's really what it's like. It's like the media is trying to jump a fence with the barbed wires on it. It can't get in, but it's gonna just sit on top and do a little razzle dazzle. You know, that's how it go. Girl, no, it don't. You can't. It don't clear by itself. You gotta treat that. You gotta treat that. You gotta go. Either go to the doctor and get them pills and get a little secretion up there, or you gotta do something natural. But you gotta do something. It don't just it don't just peekaboo. It. Yes, Stephanie got to sit on top. It got to razzle dazzle on top. Because if it don't, it can't get over. It can't get in. How Chris Brown said, how you going to hate from outside of the club? You can't get in. That's what the BV and the yeast is telling the media. You know, I'm just saying. All right, D, have fun at the meeting. Have fun at the meeting. For real. That's why the media can't get in. It's a brick wall up there. Oh yeah, she sure was. Oh girl, that's adding another 2 years on, or at least another year. Mm, mm, mm. She could get a little biotics and creams, or she could get some You know what I heard? This is what I heard. I never tried it, but y'all, I heard this. Correct me if I'm wrong. They said that you could sit in a bathtub with apple cider vinegar. That's what they said. I don't know. I don't know. No, it don't hurt. It's just like you ever took a shower or took a bath or washed the dishes and you didn't turn the water all the way off, but when you come back in, you could just see the little drip. That's how it go. That's how it go. That's how it go. It don't hurt though. It might itch the little, it might give you a little scratchy scratch, but it don't hurt. Boric acid, I heard about that too. Definitely. It's too late. She gotta go to the doctor. She gotta go to the doctor. Hmm. And then y'all know after you have a baby, it really throws your pH, not your pH off and your system off. It throws you off. It throws you off. Well, no, see, BV and yeast ain't no STD. Trick is trichomonas, but BV and yeast ain't no STD. It throws you off badly. Listen, let me tell you something. I didn't have a yeast infection until I got pregnant. This is TMI. But I'm just saying, when you have a baby, it throws your body off. It do. So I'm pretty sure if she had the BV in the yeast before that, oh, I know it went ham after the baby. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. So if them draws was on ready, set, go before the baby, yeah, fuck your pH up. Yup, we all do when we get pregnant. Girl, I didn't know what was going on. Girl, when I got pregnant, girl, I was like, what is this? Because I had never, you know what I mean? Girl, the doctor was like, oh, it's okay. You just had a yeast infection. I was like, what? I thought my stupid ass, that's why you shouldn't have children when you're young. I thought that nigga gave me something. I thought that nigga gave me something when I started leaking with that yeast infection because I never itched, but it was, stuff was coming out. I went to the doctor. I thought that nigga gave me something. Do you hear me? I needed to go confirm it at the doctor before I come back and bop that nigga upside his head. That's how I felt. But I was like, wait a minute, this ain't never happened. So I say, all right. I say, okay, let me go down to the doctor and see what the people say. If them people say any one of them STDs, I'm going to knock this nigga head smooth off the shoulders. I had already said that. I had already said that. And the doctor was like, oh, no, 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 it's normal. It's quite normal. It's just a yeast infection. A lot of pregnant women get it. I said, well, how I get it? The lady said, oh, no, it's just, your body's going through changes. So sometimes, da, 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 da. I said, oh, okay. She saved that nigga. Because see, if I'd have just thought on my own, when I tell you, girl, I would have hit that nigga upside the head. I had done it before. Girl, I hit that nigga. I used to buy him buku cologne, and he used to buy cologne too. He loved cologne and ties because he used to wear suits and ties to work. Girl, I had took a Gucci bottle and hit him upside his head. That nigga had to call out of work, split the head open. But look, and I got to tell y'all that story. That was when I caught the woman in the house. Remember I was making up the story yesterday about the woman in the house and I sleep on her sheets. That was the real story. This is the real story. Me and him split up. I had moved in with my homegirl. He was at the house sleep 3 a.m. I keep getting phone calls from his phone, but he's snoring. And I'm like, the first time I was like, maybe he butt dialed the phone. The second time I picked up, I just listened. Then it called back and then it called back. And I said, okay. So I got in my truck. I had a green F-150. I never forget. I got in my truck and I rolled around there because, bitch, that's still my house. I moved out, but I still got the key. So I quietly opened the door. And then I quietly went to master bedroom and both of them in the bed, butt naked, but he knocked out sleep. And I busted through the door. I said, bitch, why you calling my fucking phone? And she jumped up. I said, yeah, bitch, you ain't think I had the key? But see, by this time, he had done cheated so much, girl. I was numb to the bitch even being there. That's why I was out the house, because he was cheating. Girl, I said, get your ugly ass up. That bitch ain't won't get up, girl. I grabbed that motherfucking, yes, in the house, baby. Yes. I grabbed that goddamn Gucci bottle of cologne. He had a half a bottle in there. And I hit that nigga on top of the head, split his fucking head open. He didn't know what the fuck was going on, girl. He jumped up. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? He was drunk too. And I got that hoe up. I said, bitch, get out my motherfucking house. Get the fuck out. I'm sorry. We didn't do nothing. I promise you we didn't do nothing. I promise. Get your ugly ass out my house, bitch. Now, this is how I ended up throwing the cinder block through his car. I threw the cinder block through the windshield of the car is because as we went outside, mind you, his daddy was living there, girl. He had let the daddy move in. The daddy waking up. Now, they from Honduras, so, they sound like they speak Spanish. Well, they speak Spanish. So they sound like Ricky Martin and all of them. They sound like, that type shit. So the daddy, you need to stop. You need to stop. Why do you let this girl do that to you in your house? I said, shut your ugly ass up, bitch. You shut your ugly ass up before I hit you in the fucking head. I couldn't stand his daddy. So look, this what made me throw the concrete through the windshield. So I'm getting this whole out the house. Bitch, get out my motherfucking house before I beat your ass. Now I had done fought so many girls before that. I was like, I'm not even over. It's not even the girls. If I fight every girl, I'm gonna be fighting for the rest of my life. I was fighting this nigga. Girl, this high through the concrete through the glass. So she gets out the door. Mind you, it's like four in the morning. The daddy come out cussing in Spanish. I'm telling him, shut your ugly ass up. He come out trying to put something on his head. He bleeding. So this bitch said, so you not gonna take me home? And he hesitated. That was enough. He hesitated. He hesitated. And when that bitch hesitated, the people was fixing the sidewalk. I'll never forget. And they must have had came in and did the drill to break up the concrete. They must have had did the drill to break up the concrete. And they had a piece that I could pick up. I picked that fucking concrete, a piece of that concrete up and threw that bitch through the windshield. I said, nah, bring her home, bitch. Girl, he had a brand new Avalanche. Y'all remember the Avalanches? The brand new what it was? Is that a Toyota? Not an Avalanche. What kind of? Yeah, it was an Avalanche. Oh, it was the extended cab, and he had the bed in the back. That bitch had sound tinted windows. That bitch was, when I tell you that bitch was knocking, it was knocking. Baby, no, royal blue. That bitch had the tinted. That bitch was off the chain. Do you hear me? Oh yeah. Then I felt like he hesitated. I felt like he hesitated. So I threw the thing through the window. Did do that. And then the daddy still cussing and fussing in Spanish. And I keep threatening this nigga, you shut your old drunk ass up, bitch. I will take this in the block and throw it across your motherfucking head. You shut up. It was a Chevy. That's what it was. Thank you, MVT. I ain't bullshitting. I can remember the story like yesterday. And guess what I did? Got back in my F-150 and drove back to my friend's house. And did. I said, nah, bring her home. I left both of them standing outside. Nah, bring her home. Did do that. Give a fuck. Bitch, you want to play on my phone? And this the thing. I was mad she was playing on my phone, so I did want to fight her. I did, because I used to do it. Let me tell you, I fought so many girls behind this nigga. At some point, I said, bitch, you going to keep fighting. When you going to stop fighting, girl? This nigga just going to do what he going to do. Girl, fuck that empanada eating ass nigga. Girl, let me tell you, let me tell you something. The daddy, let me tell you about the daddy, girl. I don't know how this got on me, but I got to tell y'all what happened. Let me tell you about the Paul. Now, mind you, these are Honduran people, but they black. You know what I'm saying? They Negro Hondurans. So if you see them, they look like they speak English. But them bitches be listening to country music and and they be eating empanadas and shit or whatever, you know? Yeah, girl, I done fought the nigga so many times, it's unreal. Listen, this nigga hated me. He hated me. I think that they didn't like that he was dating a black American girl. Now that I'm 40. Back then, I didn't think about it like that because I'm thinking we all black. Now that I'm 40, I think that they wanted him to date an Honduran girl. I swear to God. I swear to God. His mama and his daddy hated me. They hated me. Do you hear me? And when I was pregnant, see, before I didn't know the daddy hated me because all he would do, fried plantains, hell yeah. All he would do is just drink. He ain't never really said nothing. Now, the mama, I already knew the mama didn't like me. But the daddy, I didn't know. It wasn't until I was pregnant and he got drunk and he told me, he said, if the baby don't have our last name, then it ain't ours. I looked, I said, what? Yeah, when this baby come here, we need to look at the baby. And if the baby don't have my last name, then the baby ain't ours. And I said, well, I'll do you one better. The baby ain't gonna have your last name, and he's still gonna take care of the goddamn baby. How about that? How about that? Okay? So from then on, me and him had beef. I didn't even know we had no beef. I never knew. I never knew. So me and him was beefing, you know, back then or whatever. Me and the daddy. So when the daddy was a drunkard and lost his place and needed somewhere to stay, he came and moved in. Now that was another reason I moved out because that nigga got on my motherfucking nerves. But he didn't want to move, you know, move his daddy out. His daddy needed a place to stay. So the daddy came, and that's why I kept telling him, you shut your ugly ass up, bitch. You shut your ugly ass up. I mail your package. You like sweet, fresh, or floral? Sweet and fresh, whatever. Not floral, sweet or fresh. But yay, girl, the fuck. So like I said, I done gone through some shit. I done took the nigga back. Did take him back after that. It took about a couple of months, but we was back together after that. Stupid. But at the end of the day, I ain't stupid like this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had beef, Deborah. We had beef. That bitch said if the baby don't have our last name, it ain't ours. Bitch, are you crazy? Bad enough I'm over here. All y'all got is rice and beans, tacos and shit, empanadas and fried plantain. Back then I was ignorant. I ain't eat that shit. Now I do. But back then I ain't eat that ugly ass shit. Who birthday? Happy birthday. You know, I'm young. I'm used to, our food. Girl, I used to be at them damn parties. Like, I'm going to eat before I get there. I'm going to eat that. Girl, that's how I used to be back in them days. I was an ignorant little bitch, I was ignorant. I was very ignorant. That's how I used to rule, unfortunately. I was very ignorant, and that was wrong. Now that I turn back the hands of time, that was wrong of me. I should not. No, I should have. No, everything that happened with the girl, that should have happened. That should have happened. I'm not taking that back. I don't give a fuck. I'm not taking that back. That should have happened. Okay? But I probably couldn't have said, I probably shouldn't have said a lot of things to his parents because they were elders. Okay. So that I'll take back. I should have been respectful to my elders back in the days, but I didn't care. Then girl, his sister called me. Now keep in mind all these who birthday it is. Who birthday it is. Y'all keep saying happy birthday. Who birthday it is. So his sister, the mama calls me. Mind you, now this one we broke up for real. This one we broke up for real. The mom, I put him on child support. Girl, that nigga would had to pay $85 a month. Happy birthday to everybody with a birthday. That nigga had to pay 85. This is back in what? I had my baby in 2001. J Dub, happy birthday, J Dub. Happy birthday, J Dub. Oh, happy birthday, baby. Look, that nigga only had to pay $85 a month because he went up there and told them that he not working and that he only do floors with his daddy. They didn't, lovely Lisa. They didn't want their son with a black girl. I know that now, but I didn't know that then. So $85, girl, a month, Walker, a month. Now this one we was broke up for real, for real. And then I'm gonna tell y'all how I had my fling with a girl because I was with a girl on the heels of that. But that's a story for another day, girl. Listen, my life is a movie. Do you hear me? My life is a movie. But look, $85 a month. The nigga wasn't paying. The nigga wasn't paying. So I called the mama. Cause I called the house. Back then it was more. Everybody ain't have a house phone. People had house phones. I mean a cell phone. People had cell phones. You know what I'm saying? But you still was calling people house phone. So I called the mama to look for him because I felt like my baby needed Pampers and she needed some I forgot what it was, but I know Pampers for sure was one thing like she like needed immediately. So I called the house phone. The mama pick up. Hello. They got that weird accent. Hello. I say, hey, I'm here to talk to Woozy Woo. I said, I need to talk to Woozy Woo. What do you need? Well, can I speak to him? Well, and I can't do her accent because remember these are Spanish speaking people. So I can't do her accent. So she said, look what she tells me. I've been meaning to talk to you. You stresses him out. What? Excuse me? Yes. You stress my son out often, and I have to watch him being stressed. Okay? And I don't like that. This is what the lady told me. I said, bitch, this nigga ain't paid child support and I need mother effing pampers. I said, you gonna get on this phone and tell me I'm stressing him out? I said, bitch, fuck you, your ugly ass and your ugly ass son, bitch. Y'all all stressing me the fuck out. Nah. So I hung up the phone on the bitch. I said, fuck you, ho, whatever, whatever. Hung up the phone. The sister calls. The oldest. She calls. You cursed out my mama, did. I'll whip your ass. Here's the address. Bring your ass around here. I ain't never like you anyway. Bring your ugly ass around here, bitch. All of them was ugly. Bring your no for in real life. They really was ugly, ugly for real. Bring your ugly ass around here, bitch. Here go the address. You know where I live, but just in case, write this down, bitch. You know, back then you had to write shit down. Here go the address. Bring your ugly ass around here. I've been wanting to fight you. I've been wanting to fight you. Come on. I swear to God, on my dead brother and sister, this is a full on true story. Yeah, that's why he acted like that. He was coddled. He was coddled. The whole family was ugly. Do you hear me? I gave that whole the act. You come pull your bitch. I've been wanting to fight you. Come on, bitch. Come on. You want to defend your mama? Come. And listen, I'm from New Orleans. We wasn't calling no police, so it ain't like she had to worry about going to jail. Girl, you could have came around there, fought me, and went on home. We used to do that all the time in New Orleans. Listen, they didn't start. They still don't call the police in New Orleans right now. To this day, they don't call the police. We in New Orleans, you could go knock on somebody's door, or you could go by somebody's house and fight them, win, lose, draw, however, whatever happened, girl, you can walk away bleeding. It don't matter. Everybody walk away. Ain't nobody calling the police. So she didn't have to worry about that. So I said, yeah, you bring your ugly ass bald head bitch. Bring your ugly ass around here. I've been wanting to fight you. Oh yeah. She never came. But see, her niece went to school with me. I said, I'm waiting on that hoe to call too. But she ain't called. We ain't never had no real beef or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right? The 90s, it wasn't nothing. The 90s, it wasn't nothing. Right? No police involved, honey. And I'm from BR. It's the same way over here. Till this day, I be seeing people fighting on. Girl, them people do not call the police. Them people, they not calling because they don't want the police around there. It's too much other shit going on. So you ain't got to worry about that. Hey, Pink Coco. Now, I'm going to have to leave y'all on Risa Tisa on a cliffhanger. Because right after that, you know, I had moved out. Because after I moved in with my homegirl, I moved back in with him like a couple of months later. And then he kept cheating, kept cheating. I was like, you know what? This what happened. One night I went to bed and I said, Lord, if it's meant for me to get up, because I wanted a divorce. I say, if I wake up in the morning and still want a divorce, I'ma divorce this nigga. And I woke up the next morning and that was the first thought on my head to divorce him, and that was it. So I moved in. I had got my own apartment when I left him. My auntie used to work at the apartment complexes, so she knew all the people. So she like had the hookup. So my auntie had got me a 2-bedroom townhome. I never forget. It was $485 a month. That's all I needed to come up with. I had a system set up. I had a friend move in. She moved in, helped me take care of my baby. Like, cause I was going to this was my schedule. 4:30 in the morning, I get up and I go work at McDonald's. McDonald's opened at 5:30, but you had to be there for 5. I get up, work at McDonald's in the morning, and then at 1 o'clock, I get off. 2 o'clock, I had college, and I didn't have no car. I'm on a bus. But what it was at first I had my baby in a nursery, but I couldn't I had to move my schedule up to 5:30 because of my classes, and I didn't want to be late at night at school. So I moved my friend in and I took my baby out the nursery because my friend could take care of my baby. Now this is the cliffhanger. Me and my friend got into a full-blown relationship, girl. Do you hear me? That was my girlfriend. The baby daddy caught me in the car doing some things, and my mama found out, came in the house, cursed us out like a dog, and took all my furniture. Girl, we gonna have a time. That's the cliffhanger. That is the cliffhanger. I'm telling you, this is real life. I'm telling you a real true story on my dead. Listen, That's the cliffhanger. That's the cliffhanger. You think things will go well, right? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Dagging on the low like a dog. Look at my best friend seen us one time, girl. Look, that's why I know daggers on the low, because I was dagging on the low. Yes, I was. Yes, I did. He snitch when the bitch seen us, and I don't want to get too far in it. When the bitch seen us, the first thing he said was, "I'm about to tell your mama." Mind you, my mama Jehovah's Witness. You know she ain't gonna like that shit, girl. Please, girl. This how I know about dagging on the low though. This how I know about dagging on the low. Now me and her together, but don't nobody know. And I'm just giving y'all this little tidbit. Me and her together, but don't nobody know. But one day, I forgot, me, her, and my best friend went somewhere. I forgot where we was. And something happened. I can't remember. Either way, me and this whole get to hitting each other, like fighting. And my best friend looking like, bitch, what's wrong with y'all? Hell yeah, he couldn't wait to get me caught up, girl. When y'all hit a part with my mama, girl, that's gonna fuck your head up. Look, my best friend was like, bitch, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all hitting each other, the fuck? And my girlfriend at the time was mad at me. And she was like, why she so mad? Like, she looking like, what the fuck? And that hoe came and put me on the side and said, bitch, you fucking her. Ah! But that's how my best friend found out, girl, it was a time. Let me tell you, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. You think the plot thickens? The plot goddamn thickens. And this is a real true story, girl. It was a time. It was a time. It was a time. It was a time. Do you hear me? Oh, Lord. It was a time. The good old days. The good old days, girl. The good old days. The good old days. Oh yeah, we gonna name the next one "Dagging on the Low," cause that's what it is. I need to put this shit on TikTok, but no, we gonna leave it over here. We gonna leave it over here for the morning Joes. Dagging on the Low is the next episode. The next episode is Dagging on the Low. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. I give you this. She said, "Who broke up with who?" So my friend girlfriend, she was a real dagger. Like but she was a very feminine, pretty girl. She wasn't the girls who looked like the boys. That's weird to me. I never liked it. Fine, sexy, everything. Okay. So what happened was she really was into girls, and still to this day, we still friends. We still friends to this day. She been with her wife, shit, about 15, 20 years. They've been together. You know how we broke up? Because I kept cheating with boys. This was my thing, y'all. This was my thing. And she caught me. She caught me. This was my thing. I liked her. I loved her. But I wanted a little peen every now and again. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a little peen every now and again. It was cool. It was fun. A little yin, 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 yin. But I kept missing, what I'm saying? I kept missing the poke. The poke just does something to me, you know? It's just and yup, dipping on the low. There you go. There you go. There you go. I couldn't help it. I mean, it was fun. Listen, I had the best, I ain't gonna lie, no cap. I had the best sex life with this girl. We was together over a year. But that poke though, you feel what I'm saying? That poke hit different. Oh, it hit way different. And I wasn't into the plastic. So I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it was a time, girl. It was a time, girl. It was a time. Do you hear me? Girl, my life, you would think life would go well. That nigga seen us in that car and said, I'ma tell your mama. Oh my God. Girl, when I tell y'all the part about that, y'all think this shit, girl, please. Please. Yeah, it was a time. It was a time. So she caught me cheating. We fought. We had a fight. Because, we two girls. We could fight. But I let her beat me up because I was wrong. So I got beat up because I was wrong. He was hating. He was a hating ass nigga. But she beat me up. She could fight too. She beat me up, girl. She beat me up. I didn't even try to fight back for real because I was wrong. I was wrong. So I got beat up. And she had moved out and left me. And this the worst part. Yeah, girl, because I was wrong. I was wrong. I had to. Because when you're wrong, you're wrong. Because this what happened when I came in. I was telling my other friends who was at the house. Because I used to have the party house. I was the only one who had my own apartment. And I was telling my other friend, girl, I just came from by this dude house. Da, 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 da. And that hoe was upstairs listening. Girl, she came down them stairs. Oh, my God. She said, you was what? And then there you go. We started fighting. She was hitting me all in the back of my head, girl. She was hitting me all in the back of my head. I was just trying not to get hit in my face. That's all I could do. You know what I'm saying? Because I was wrong. I was wrong. And then she had moved out. And that was it. Hmm. But that peen, though, that poke, I don't know. That poke, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It just hit a little different. But yeah, the next episode of Voodoo gonna be dagging on the low. We gonna get into some things, cause girl, we had a time. Do you hear me? Girl, she wasn't gonna believe that talking about no prank. Girl, prank. Girl, please. If I'd have told that heifer it was a prank, she would have beat me up worse. But that peen though, you know what I'm saying? I can't. It's just something about it. It's just unmatched, and I don't want one on with straps on it. No, 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 no. I need one attached to a body. I need one that's attached to a body with a deep voice on it. So that poke, it just was what it was. But yeah, I got beat up, girl. It was a time. She sure did. She beat the fuck out of me. She did, and she was well within her rights because I was wrong. Yeah, right, Lily. Because now I be playing in her face talking about it's a prank. But that's how that happened. But we gonna get into it on the next episode of the Chronicles of Voodoo. Dagging on the low. That's what we gonna call that. That's why I know a low. That's why I know a low key dagger when I can spot them from a mile away. Do you hear me? I can spot them from a mile away because I was the dagger on the low. You know. So yeah, it was a time. It was definitely a time. Do you hear me? It was definitely a time. But we gonna get into it. Let me get back up in here. See, normally I could joke a little 30 minutes longer, and I normally can, but I want to get back up in here, in case they be like, where she went? Girl, I had an appointment, girl. Whatever. Anyway. But I don't think nobody looking for me. Anyways, y'all, we gonna be dealing with this. We gonna be talking about some other stuff. Pull up to the Patreon. Happy birthday, K Love. Your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. Shout out to all the Pisces with a birthday. No, I don't dag on the low. I love my man. Honestly, I've only been with one other girl. Nope, I'm lying. Twice. Nope, three. But not in no relationship type setting. Just on some little yin yin yin. I'm talking about in my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And in my whole life. But I love men. I love men. I do. I love men. It's something about a man. Maybe it's the essence of them. I don't know. It's something about men. I knew from that relationship that I never wanted to be with a girl long term. You know what I mean? Like I had no doubt about it. Cause see, at first I was unsure. After that, I knew for a fact that I could not see myself with a woman long term because I know how much I like the poke. So that went like that. That went like that. Yep, that went like that. But y'all, please do me a favor. Y'all pull up to the Patreon tonight. I got Love and Hip Hop Miami coming tonight on the channel. I'm gonna put up a post on both pages about the Patreon for y'all to pull over. We're gonna do Patreon tonight. We're gonna talk about this girl in depth, okay? Because we need to discuss some things without interruptions. I'm gonna put the link up when I schedule it. I'm gonna put the link up. But y'all, I had fun with y'all. It's the strength in the arms. It might be that too. I don't know. I just know long term it ain't for me. It ain't for me. It was fun though, but it ain't for me. I'm gonna probably do 5 or 6. I'll let y'all know. I'll put it on the community tab and I'll obviously post it on Patreon. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Do something nice for a dagger. That's y'all homework today. Find a dagger and do something nice for a dagger. That's your homework today. Okay? Hit me on the back. Hit me in the back. And we'll see. We'll work it out. But y'all got your homework. Do something nice for a dagger today. Find one, open a door. I don't know. It don't matter. But do something nice for a dagger. That's your homework for today. Okay? All right. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, splendid day. You know, y'all know how that go. And I will see y'all later on. Okay? And I got that Love and Hip Hop Miami coming later. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, Blaze.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.